Hi guys and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It is Nikki here. So today I want to talk all about skin. I want to give you guys my updated kind of skincare routine and my flawless base routine because I feel like recently I've really been getting into skincare and wanting to take care of my skin because I feel like if you've got nice base makeup and your skin looks flawless underneath, one, you don't need to wear that much makeup, but two, your makeup's always going to look so nice if your base and your canvas is perfection. So today we're going to go straight into this kind of video. So if you want to see how I get my flawless base and what my skincare is at the moment, then just keep on watching. Okay, so recently I've been using this little bad boy. This is called the UFO by FOREO. Now it's a little bit technical, but if I'm going to give it to you simple, this little bad boy right here honestly has perfected my skin and polished my skin up. It's just an easier way of masking. So you know when you do sheet masks or you do clay masks and they get really messy, this little bad boy, you can put a little mask in it and it has pulsations, it has warming, it has cooling, it has all these different things that it does. It uses light therapy on your skin and within 90 seconds, you've done your masking for the day. And the ingredients in these masks and serums are so good for your skin and they're penetrating deep into your skin with this little bad boy here. So what I'm going to do is, I've been loving my night mask, but I'm going to show you guys the day mask seeing as it's the day right now, and I'm going to show you how I use it. So you can purchase from their website that I'm going to leave it down below a variety of masks. They've come out with so many, but I alternate between two. I've got the FOREO Make My Day mask, which is the day one that I use, and the FOREO Call It a Night one. We're going to be using this one, and I'm just going to quickly show you guys how I use this little bad boy. So first things first, I'm going to take my little UFO here. It's got a little plastic ring that I'm just going to remove just like that, and then I'm going to take my sachet and open that mask out. Take it out carefully and place the mask onto the gold FOREO sign. Then I'm going to take the plastic ring again and clip that mask securely into place. Then if you hold this little button, I know it's a bit difficult to see, but if you hold it down for 5 seconds, it will switch on. So now that my UFO is flashing, it means that I need to connect her to my FOREO app. Now, I love the FOREO app. I feel like it feels like a spa treatment, a spa experience. So I'm going to show you guys exactly how it works. What you want to do is you want to log on to your FOREO app, then you want to connect your UFO, and then you want to select the mask that you're going to be using for the day. So this mask is telling me that it's got hyaluronic acid and red algae in it. Hyaluronic acid is deeply hydrating. It instantly infuses moisture into the skin for an incredibly nourished complexion, which is what I severely need. And then it's also got red algae extract in it, which is for anti-pollution. Red algae extract is nutrient packed with essential vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants that actively promote skin health, which is absolutely incredible. So I'm just gonna go back and I'm gonna start this mask now. And then she's gonna start.
As you gently glide UFO across your face and neck, distributing mask essence evenly.
Now all I'm going to do is unclip my mask out. You can see there's a little bit of dirt on it as well, and I'm just going to run it underneath water just to wash it and rinse it, and that's me done for my masking. Now even though the mask's done its work, I always have this excess serum that sits on the skin, which I like to just rub in. Now if you guys want to shop your UFO, then I'm going to leave you guys the link down below. Click if you wish to shop the different masks and shop your gadget, pick your color out. I would highly recommend it. I feel like my skin already is looking so radiant and so glowy, and I am ready to show you guys my base makeup and now after that little spa treatment. So seeing as I'm already feeling a little bit bougie, I've been loving my GIVENCHY. This is the eye cream and the facial moisturizer. It's called the Le Swan Noir. I'm going to butcher that, but that's what it's called. It's such a stunning packaging. How beautiful is it? Comes in these boxes and I just can't deal. It comes with a little spatula as well, which I like because it's really hygienic. Reminds me a lot of like the Tatcha creams that you get. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the eye cream, take a little blob of that using the spatula and just rub it in between my fingertips and then rub it on to my area, just on my eyes, just to soothe them and keep them hydrated. I'm going to do the same with the facial moisturizer. Again, it comes in a very similar tub. Just take the spatula, add a little bit onto the palm of my hand, rub my hands together, and then it just moisturizes on my face and on my neck area. Now a quick tip is if you guys ever have like any sort of dry patches or flakiness that you feel like normal moisturizer just isn't moisturizing, then something that I've learned, or a product that I love so much for that, is the Elizabeth Arden. This is the 8-hour cream. Sometimes I will use this. Say that you've had a cold and it's really crusty around your nose. I know it's disgusting, but it happens to the best of us. I will just put some 8-hour cream on, put it on my lips. Anything that's dry, this bad boy is gonna just sort out for you. Now for priming my skin, I want to use my BECCA. This is the backlight priming filter, and it's got a strobing effect to it. Now I feel like my skin already looks very stroby, but I want to turn it up a notch. So I'm just going to take a couple of pumps of this and then moisturize this all over my face. Now I would highly suggest that you guys go with a foundation that you like. If you like full coverage, go with a full coverage one. Personally, I like something that's very watery, very serum-like. Leave me your favorite foundations down below, because I love trying foundations and concealer. I love trying skin makeup. The one that I'm loving at the moment that I think works wonders for my skin is the Tarte. This is the Rainforest of the Sea Water Foundation, and I am in the shade Tan Sand. What I like to do is I like to take this little pipette, pop a little bit onto my beauty blender, and then just beauty blend all over the skin, more so on the light areas and not so much on the pigmented areas, because this bottle and the product is very much on my lighter skin tone side than my pigmented areas. Now I personally say that this foundation definitely is more of a kind of satin feel. It's not as dewy as I like them very wet looking, but it's still got a glow to the skin. Now I'm personally someone who always likes to mix my foundations because I do suffer from pigmentation on the outskirts, so I like to use a little bit of a darker foundation. Unfortunately in the Tarte one, I didn't pick one up when I was in New York, so I'm going to be using the Revlon Youth FX Fill and Blur foundation, and this is in the shade Caramel. I'm just going to pop it on to my beauty blender on the other side, and I'm just going to add it on the outskirts of the face just to add a little bit of warmth and make sure that I don't look ashy. Once the foundation's on and you're happy with the coverage, I'm going to go in with a concealer. I have a big thing for concealer because my under eye circles are the bane of my absolute life. The concealer that I'm actually loving at the moment is the Cover FX Power Play Concealer. This is in the shade N Medium 4, and I like to pop this on all the areas that are pigmented, so that would be underneath my eyes, around my mouth area as well, is where I get a little bit of darkness, just for that extra bit of coverage. Once I've popped it on, I'm just going to use a beauty blender just to blend this out. I love this little doe foot applicator on the Cover FX. I like concealers. It's like a little bit in my head, but I like concealers that are like, I'm not afraid to conceal. I don't like them little brush applicators. I look a bit dainty. This one is a big doe foot, which is like, go in, go ham with that concealer. So next I'm going to be highlighting. I always like to highlight just to add a little bit of lift, especially for underneath the eyes, but just to the face, because I like to kind of heavily bronze as well. For highlighting, I'm going to be using the SMASHBOX. This is a Studio Skin 24-hour waterproof concealer in the shade Medium, and I'm just going to pop this in all the usual places. You guys have seen me highlight a trillion billion times, so I'm not going to really explain that through. And then I'm just going to use a beauty blender just to blend all of these areas out. Now once we've highlighted, we're always going to look a little bit ghost-like because we need to add bronzing, contour, all that colour back into our skin. And for bronzing and contouring, I really like using the Revolution of fast-based foundations. The reason being is they're just super creamy. For contouring, I use F14, and for bronzing the skin, I like to do a cream bronze. I use F13. To start off with, I'm just going to be bronzing the skin with the F13, just applying it to the outskirts of the face and on the cheeks, just to bronze up, and just a little bit down the center, down the sides of my nose, just to add a little bit of color back into the skin. I'm going to use the stick to do this, and then I'm just going to use a dense brush just to buff this color out. Now I like the fact that this product's a cream because it allows me not to be too precious with it. I can just blend it out. It's also not too dark, which means that it's going to add a little bit of darkness and tan and more of a kind of bronzy look, but it's not going to be crazy. Then I'm going to go in with a tiny bit of F14. I'm just going to pop this in the hollows of my cheeks, and then just use a dense brush, again a contour brush, just to chisel out my cheekbones. Now that that's done, and I understand that this is a little bit of a long process, you need to set them creams with powders. So I like to use this MAC Studio Waterweight powder in the shade Dark, and I like to use this as my bronzer. Obviously you could skip the step of the cream, but I feel like it just helps the longevity and makes everything look super flawless. So I'm just going to dip into this powder using a really fluffy brush, and then I'm just going to apply the powder where I applied the foundation cream. Now for contour, I do like to use a MAC's Blush in Harmony. Mine's all battered and I need to get a new one, but I just like to dab into a little bit of this and then just do the hollows of my cheeks. Now usually I'm not someone that likes to add a lot of colour in one go. I like to add lighter colours and then kind of build them up, as opposed to going with a straight strong bronzer colour. I just feel like this way it looks a little bit more natural and a little bit more flawless, and you can build it up as opposed to try and put on too much colour and then try and take it away. Okay, so my base is more or less done, but I just want to quickly do my brows, so I'm just going to brush through them just so you guys can see what it looks like. The brows I'm going to be using my Anastasia because that's what I always use, and this is what I love. This is the pomade in dark brown. I'm just going to use an angle brush just to go through my brows to strengthen them. I like quite a bold brow usually, so I'm just going to pop this colour on and then just lightly brush them through again. And then I'm going to be setting my brows in place using the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. Just a little bougie brow gel that I like to use to set my brows. So that, guys, is it for the skin. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video and maybe you learned something new. Let me know what products you like down below. I'm just going to show you guys a couple of close-ups of the base. And that, guys, is my updated skincare and base makeup for a flawless base makeup. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. Let me know what you thought of it down below. I'm going to leave all links in the description box as to what I used today. Make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on Instagram because I am on Instagram a lot, Instagram storying every single day. So if you want to see what I'm up to and catch up with me on there, the link will be down below as well. As per usual, I love you guys so very much, and I will see you in my next video. Mwah.